Hello Achievement Hunters and welcome back to Achievement Adventures. We're back with the fourth video in this achievement series, and today I bring you another 15 cheap and easy games to boost your beloved Xbox Gamerscore. Yes, I have a lot of these, Achievement Hunters rejoice. Today we're doing a little speed edition. That's right, we're focusing on the games that Achievement Hunters love. All of these titles can be completed in less than an hour. In some cases you could probably complete 2 or 3 of these in an hour with a bit of planning, so go ahead and challenge yourself. As with the previous videos, these completions will bump your gamer score higher than ever before for less than a tenner per game. Only one is above this price mark. I have several more videos planned in this series, so if you want to catch these on release, make sure you subscribe, like the video and click the bell to stay notified. You won't be disappointed. If you haven't seen the previous 3 videos chock full of gamer score goodness, check the links in the description below or the playlist at the end of this video. Let's do this. Up first we have Energy Cycle, the cheapest game on this list at £2.39. This one will literally take you about 15 to 30 minutes to complete the 1000G, and until recent years was in the top list of quick completions on Xbox. I remember breezing through this back in 2018 and actually having fun with it to boot. A quirky but simple puzzle game. You have to change all of the light orbs on your screen into green to complete the levels. It seems simple but can be tricky at times, so use a guide if you're not 100% confident in your puzzle abilities. This game can also be stacked with an Xbox X/S version with a Windows version available as well. 3000G in approximately 90 minutes is not bad going at all. Nice and simple. In our next entry, Ball Lab, we need to simply navigate a tiny ball through a series of interchanging mazes while seemingly avoiding death. However, death plays a huge part in this game. You need to die 300 times while completing 10 levels, which should pass very quickly if you play naturally. 1000G can be yours once this is done. For me, this took a mere 18 minutes and it flew by. Dying is easier than you think and might actually increase your completion time, but take it slow and be patient if need be, and you should nail this in no time. A simple, effective puzzle game, which might just become a theme in today's list. Our third game, Crazy Gravity, offers a bit more of a challenge. In this cute little platform game, you play a nameless little spaceman who must work his way through 11 levels while collecting energies, which appear as little spark-like icons on your screen. 6 energies and 11 levels later, and the 1000G is all yours. But there is a small catch. Gravity has a unique mirror element to it. The bottom half of the screen works in opposition to the top half, so you need to move across the bottom whilst keeping in mind the navigation has different directions and mechanics. When jumping to access these areas it can take a little getting used to, but this makes a fairly simple game quite unique in that aspect. Still, this should take you just more than half an hour once you get that system down. Good luck. sCATch the Painter Cat, yes, that title capitalization triggered my OCD so bad, is up next. As is the case with many of the games in these lists, I found this game quite by accident. One of the huge benefits of achievement hunting is this fun discovery of games you wouldn't normally play, and sCATch certainly fits that bill. You play a 2D cat who literally has to paint all the walls on each individual level. Simple, right? Well, in a way. You have a certain number of goes per level and have to complete the levels with that restriction. Again, a guide can be helpful here, but solving the levels solo feels like quite the challenge. Pulling it off is really rewarding. However, with a guide you can finish this in less than half an hour. Completing the game, 35 levels, and finding a cat, yes, really, nets you the achievements very quickly. So go paint the town red, or pink, or yellow. Now, where it would have been easy to put both Butterfly games on this list, Butterfly 2 gets the nod for its sheer simplicity and large achievement gains. 3000G can be obtained here by navigating 20 levels of this cute but somewhat tricky platformer, and it shouldn't take more than an hour. I nailed it in 45 minutes across the base game and 2 updates. If you can though, check out the first Butterfly game as well. This might be covered in a future list. If you're interested, this game also has a PC stack with a rare trait. The gamer score on the PC version is actually higher at 4000G, which means 7000G for the same game, and that's never anything to sniff at. Both games will cost you less than a tenner too at £4.19 each, so this is extreme value for money. At time of recording, the PC version is actually only £1.04 too. Hopefully this will stand by the time this video goes live. Now I might butcher the title of this game, but Skatemasta Tcheco is a very simple 1000G with a random assortment of achievements. Collecting money and letters in a level, defeating enemies in combos, air dashing an enemy, choosing not to save when prompted. Yes, it's one of those games. But this makes Skatemasta stand out from the rest. It's not routine or boring, and it's not very difficult either. The nostalgia factor of the graphics hits home here for me. This game reminds me of classic games like Paperboy and similar titles on the NES back in the 80s. A lot of fun. This one took me less than an hour with multiple reruns of some of the levels, but you can unlock the full 1000G by just playing and having fun, and mopping up if required. This is one game I would not mind seeing an update and more achievements for, but we can live in hope. Football Game is one of the longest games on this list for its unexpected depth and exploration. At first glance, the game doesn't hold your hand and expects you to investigate and solve problems to advance in this 2D, flashback-esque environment, with some choice dialogue and the characters' sharp put-downs when you do something wrong. But once you get the hang of it, this is a very unique tale of young adolescence and unrequited love. Sounds heavy, right? Well, not really. I really enjoyed the game, and again, you feel rewarded for figuring out your next move. From your dark home to the football game of the title, you navigate various environments and events in order to meet up with your beloved. This involves checking photographs, meeting various characters, taking liberties with your somewhat suspicious mother, and generally being a dick teen. The 1000G is yours after you complete the game and a number of various interactions, but this is a seriously underrated game. So enjoy! For pure simplicity, we have Mr. T-shirt next. The hand-drawn graphics, comic book presentation, and the simple objectives of this game are as basic as you can get. But this adorable platform game is extraordinarily fun for a game of this art style. You must navigate 35 levels containing various obstacles and enemies while collecting 20 sketches in the process. And that's it. The best thing about Mr. T-shirt is the Gamerscore. This game has received no more than 4 title updates in the past few years, taking the Gamerscore to a whopping 5000G, and this is very achievable in less than 20 minutes, skill dependent. Better still, the game has a stack 2 which is also 5000G. I said it before, us achievement hunters love math like this, but achievements aside, I still like playing this one because it's simple and effective and tickles that nostalgia bone in a warm, comfortable way. And that's a sentence I just uttered on the internet. Anyone remember Spot the Difference competitions? They used to be in the newspapers and puzzle books back in a land and time before the internet. Your dear old Nan may have asked you to help her with one. No? Just me? I'm a fossil sometimes. Well, Spot the Challenge Volume 1 is the Xbox equivalent of those competitions. You basically have 2 images side by side with a number of differences between them. You pick them out and in return you get achievements and a cool 3000G Gamerscore for your troubles. This game was recently updated, but all achievements can be found by simply completing the levels one by one. This is a perfect chill game for a lazy, rainy afternoon. There are also multiple volumes of this game too, so I might cover them when I actually have finished them. Watch this space. Kid Ball Adventure is another simple platformer that shouldn't be too taxing. Complete levels, avoid certain enemies and collect gems to unlock a very simple 1000G. Even better, a completion isn't necessary here. The built-in mechanic here is that your adorable character is a ball and bounces naturally, so you have to navigate gaps, obstacles and certain death with this bouncing in mind. It can take a bit of time to get used to this, but once you do, this one is a breeze. My first playthrough of this took a mere 18 minutes. My second run through for an incoming achievement guide, shameless plug right here, took less than 15 minutes, so it's dead simple. That guide will be up on the channel next week, so to ensure you don't miss it, like and subscribe and click the bell. Again, the completion time is probably based on performance game skill, but either way, in less than an hour, this one can be all yours. We return to walking simulator territory for the next 2 games. Rememoried is up first, and this is a unique experience focused on the ideas of dreams and memories, with surrealistic, explorative and puzzle-solving mechanics. You navigate beautiful and tranquil, if somewhat creepy environments to progress this simple story. But this game is beautiful and shows that walking simulators really can provide a true gaming adventure. 1000G is up for grabs in this first-person dreamlike adventure. The only problem is that this game is currently £12.49 on the Xbox Store, so maybe add it to the wishlist for a rainy day sale if the price is too high. 13 levels and a completion are required to finish this game and should take you less than half an hour with a guide, a little longer if you want to experience the rich environments, enjoy the story, and have a proper explore without restriction. Have fun with this one, it's definitely one of a kind. Drizzlepath Déjà Vu is similar to Rememoried in a number of ways, but rather than being restricted to small contained dreamlike levels, it gives you vast open realistic environments to explore instead. And once again, it is astonishingly beautiful. A simple tale of a man hiking to the top of a mountain to discover the truth of his existence, while pondering the nature of life on the way, is the topic of discussion here. One true fact, walking simulators were made for experiences like this. To my recollection, none of the achievements are missable here, but navigation can get a bit tricky at various points. A guide is a good backup tool, but for this one, the 1000G can be yours in less than an hour. But the game itself earned all the plaudits it received. This is one of the best walking sims on the market, and deserves many eyes on it. Enjoy! AntVentor was a divisive game for me when I first played it. A stylish point-and-click adventure set in a photorealistic macro world. You play as Florentine, an ant who dreams of seeing the world beyond his anthill, under his own conditions. Unfortunately, you immediately ruin his comfortable life and force him out into the unknown. Not quite the start he hoped for. Once outside, the game becomes genuinely unique and visually stunning, giving off serious Honey I Shrunk the Kids and grounded vibes. The biggest downside, it absolutely refuses to hold your hand. Normally that's a plus for me, but some of the puzzles can be surprisingly tricky because of it. Still, the full 1000G can be earned in just over an hour with a bit of patience. For this one, I definitely recommend keeping a guide nearby, or better yet, play it once for the story before cleaning up on the achievements. To head to the finish line, we revisit the visual novel genre, but with a twist. The Fine Art of Murder takes the visual novel genre quite literally and puts the entire novel on your screen. An actual book sits in front of you with the story adorned on its crisp brown pages. And for those who remember Choose Your Own Adventure books back in the day, yeah, this is one of those. As the book opens, you're told that your artistic uncle has passed away, leaving you little hints about the value of some of your family's lost work. Without spoiling too much, you have to navigate the mystery of these events, while avoiding certain death and unresolved conclusions in the story. Pages will jump back and forth during the events as you make decisions, good and bad, while doing this, creating an experience that differs on every playthrough. Hitting certain plot points is where the achievements are located. 1000G can be unlocked very quickly with a guide. It took me less than 20 minutes, but again, this game is worth spending time with after the fact. I've never seen anything like this on Xbox, and it literally felt like spending time with a good library book while playing this. Old school feels.
The Fireplace.
So finish today, Silence the House is another visual novel with a twist. You play Ashley, who goes to a cursed house with her classmates to perform a ritual linked to her missing parents. This is not only ill-advised but stupid and moronic. Before you can say Ouija boards and painted pentagrams, all sorts of demonic chicanery occur. It is then up to you to navigate the events and survive the night in the house. So far, so Horror 101. This game stands out from the visual novel crowd for its fond approach to the horror. As a horror fan, you can tell this is written by someone with knowledge of the genre. The graphics are surprisingly attractive with a brown hue that reeks of old school horror tropes. The gore is shocking but not forced. The characters are surprisingly fleshed out for such a short visual novel, and the 1000G can be completed in less than 30 minutes. There are also 2 stacks too, one on the X/S and one on the Xbox One. Multiple playthroughs may be required, but playing this one legitimately will reward you with a solid horror experience. And that's the speed edition of 15 games that can boost your gamer score. The 4th entry is in the can. Reliving some of these titles was a blast, so thank you all for that. If you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe and click the bell. I will be bringing more lists in due course, along with achievement guides and walkthroughs every Sunday. For now, have a good day, and thanks for watching SKYROCKET Studios.
Thanks for joining us.